and these problems, and the emotional turmoil that constitutes everyday life at Emmerdale, I don't know how he does it. Let's ask Joe Sugden, also known as Frazer Hines. He's not the same without the cap and the wellies, is he?
I left the wellies outside.
You're too good looking, really. That's what it is. You look, you know, a man of the world. You're a suave gent.
Oh, it's the Yorkshire air, you see, this lovely...
Yeah.
The tan is Yorkshire air and Tunisian sunshine.
You're jolly optimistic, really, in view of the trouble, the bother up at Emmerdale. I'm sure we've all been following that. Trouble with the new wife's ex-husband.
Yes, I read in the Sunday papers there was a photograph of me with a shotgun to my head.
Yes.
And he is getting very annoyed that I'm still sort of with her. So I can't wait to get the next lot of scripts to see if I'm still in it.
It's not one of those things, now, be entirely truthful with me. It's not one
Honestly,
of those soaps. Can you call it a soap, Emmerdale?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not one of those soaps that's like Neighbours that's pre-recorded 4 years ago.
No, no,
I mean,
we're 5 weeks
relevant.
ahead. We have to be very close to the weather and the elements. And if we're haymaking, we've got to be haymaking the same time as the farmer does.
How can you stand that? I mean, up there it can get a bit chill in the winter.
It can get freezing.
Tough work.
In fact, we get a lot of sunny days when the sun is beating down, but the wind is blowing right through, and you're wrapped up to the nines like this. And we get fan letters saying, why do you have that big coat on you, you know, when the sun was shining? You know, it's a lovely sunny day, and the wind is whistling through the holes in your thermal vest.
Do you get a lot of mail?
Quite a bit, yeah, quite a bit, yes.
I mean, does it pick holes in your farming knowledge, or is it from farmers, or is it from people?
No, we get a lot of, from ordinary people, you know, but farmers, we've had probably one complaint saying, oh, we don't dip our sheep like that. But that's the only way our farmer dips his sheep.
Have you become an expert in dipping sheep now?
I can dip sheep, milk cows, drive a tractor, but don't ask me to milk cows at 6 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't be a real farmer.
You don't have no ambitions to be a farmer?
Can you imagine getting with a hangover on Boxing Day, on New Year's Day, you know, and you've got to milk 100 head of cows.
I know, it's tough, yes.
And it
farm
smells
life is tough.
It's tough.
Isn't it funny?
It's tough at the bottom.
Yeah.
It really is. Oh, I just realised what I said.
No. You remind me of every time you go to All Creatures Great and Small, there's the vet around a cow's bottom, yeah. Always. Is that all they do, vets?
Stick their hand, yes.
Yeah.
We do a lot of scenes. We call it, the AI man is the bull with a bowler hat. It's the bull with a bowler hat. People say, what's that's the AI man. He comes with this huge rubber glove.
Yeah.
And opens the cow and goes, you know, and we're just having our tea break. You think, oh.
It's no wonder there's so much mad cow disease around.
Well, she wasn't best pleased, you know.
If she wasn't mad, she was annoyed, yeah. No,
18... It's when you get the bull. It's when you get the bull you're in trouble.
18 years, though. You must love it.
18.
You have to love it to have spent that long on it.
Well, I did it for 10 years, and then I got married, so I left.
Why did you leave because you got married? Did you feel you wanted to do another career, or what?
Well, Marinate, she lived down south, and I was living up north, so I had to keep driving down every Friday night. The M1 got more and more blocked. So something had to give, so I left Emmerdale and came and lived in London.
And then you went crawling back?
Well, I got divorced, and the cast rang me up and said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm doing a tour of a play. And they said, well, why don't you come back to us? And I'd lost my mother around about the same time. To lose a wife and a mother is very careless, you know. So Sheila Mercy, who plays my mother in the show, is just like a real mother. Ronnie McGill's like a real publican. Freddie was like my real brother-in-law. So they said, come on back to the family. So I was driving back from Edinburgh. My car hit ice, ended up in a ditch. And I thought, if I was doing Emmerdale now, I'd be in bed now with a gorgeous blonde thinking, where am I going to have Sunday lunch tomorrow? So I rang the producer the next day and said, is the office still open? He said, yeah, it's all right, we're back on Monday.
Back into the Wellington boots.
Back in flat cap.
Foot in the turf. Now, how did you get the part originally of Joe Sugden? Because you had a very varied career before that.
Yes, I've been working since I was a little tiny boy.
A little chap?
Yes, about 30 years now. My first job was a Pampers advert, but only a lie for life, really. I got the job, I went out with a lovely actress called Lisa Goddard, and then we split up, but we were great friends. We used to play together when we were 6 years old. And I was having Sunday lunch at her house with her parents, and David Goddard was the first producer of Emmerdale. And he said, Frazer, he said, I'm trying to cast this Yorkshire family. He said, I've got the son, I've got the mother, I can't find somebody to play the young son. And Lisa said, but Daddy, he's sitting opposite you. In fact, if you don't give him the part, Mummy and I are leaving home. So that's how I got the part in Emmerdale. Lisa said, Mummy and I are leaving home.
This is
how
to get on in acting. Never mind all that lambda and rada stuff.
Oh, no, just eat with the director.
Have lunch with the director, yeah.
Got with his daughter first.
Oh, yeah, go, please. And you've also done Coronation Street.
Coronation Street, yes, I played a character called Roger. I was supposed to be in for a long, long time, but he was a real square. He was a vegetarian, he was a square, and we had a party scene where everybody was dancing, the latest dance, and I was still doing, Roger was doing the twist like that, you see. Yeah. And I got fan mails, girls saying, oh, we've gone right off you, Frazer. We saw the way you dance. You're right wally when you dance. And I wrote back saying, but that's the character, that's the way Roger, the character dances. He said, no, we know it's you because we saw your name at the end of the programme. So I said, well, I think I better leave. It's doing my image.
Really?
At all. Yeah.
So you decided, I mean, do you regret that, leaving Coronation Street?
I do now when they're on sort of 6 times the money that we're on per week.
Why is that? Why are they
Well, they do 3 episodes a week and then an omnibus on the Sunday, so that's 6 times they get paid a week.
We'll have to do an omnibus.
Yes, you can omnibus. Starting from tonight's show.
Peter, can we have an omnibus? Any day will do. And you have a connection, of course you have a connection with Crossroads too. What?
Oh, Jane Rosington,
yeah.
who played Meg Richardson's daughter. We had our first screen kiss in, I don't know if anyone remembers Emergency Ward 10.
I certainly do.
I played a young medical student, and I had to give her first screen. I had to sing All My Loving underneath the nurses' quarters, where they lived, the nurses' quarters. I had to sing, All My Loving I will give to you. And she opens the door in her nightdress. What a funny place to have a door. No, I said no. No, these are all. The old ones are the best!
All right, now we know what kind of audience you are.
Yes.
We'll keep it lower. Yeah.
So she comes down and we have our first screen kiss. So Jane Rosington.
It's jolly good. And you were also in Doctor Who.
Ah, yeah. These legs were once voted the sexiest legs on television.
Because you were in a kilt.
That's right, I had the kilt on.
Wee Jamie.
Wee Jamie with lovely Patrick Troughton.
Yes.
Oh, he was a great fellow.
You did that for how many years, Doctor Who?
I did it for 3 years. We had a wonderful time doing that.
And you're telling me you still get mail from them?
Still get, I get mail now because Doctor Who, is that a photograph of, was that a picture of me in Doctor Who?
I don't think so. Was that a picture of him in Doctor Who? Yes. Well, we don't want to see that again.
Oh, no.
One
of the wooden tops, isn't
I missed it, yeah. Yeah.
I still get mail because now that the BBC sells the videos, which is very nice, BBC, because we get a residual from that, I've got 11-year-old, 12-year-old children now writing to me saying, we've just got the video of Fury from the Deep, you know, and can we have a photograph of you as Jamie? So I've got these photographs, which are a few years old now, of me as Jamie, so I send them my pictures.
That's terrific. So you've got 2 sets, one for Emmerdale.
One for Joe's and Jamie's, yes.
Do you hanker after any, because your breadth of experience is very wide, do you hanker after any other kind of roles? Does doing Joe, apart from paying you a pittance...
A pittance, yes.
Does it give you any opportunities to do anything else?
Yes, I do a pantomime every year, because I love that feeling of pantomime. Going on stage, you've just done the afternoon show, you do a quick turnaround, and you're tired, but the minute you walk on that stage, everybody's looking there saying, ready when you are, make us laugh, and you just float the rest of the whole show. And I love doing it. So every year I do pantomime.
You've been an actor since you were a tot?
Since I was an egg.
Good.
Yes.
Will you... So you can't get away from the farming terminology. We'll be into salmonella in a minute, so just hold it for a minute.
Are they on? Salmonella?
Yes, later, aren't they? No, I think they...
I thought Sammy Davis Jr. Ella Fitzgerald, didn't they?
No, they're one of the groups for the Song for Europe. Aren't they? Can you... No, not today. Can you possibly sit quietly there for a moment?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. In the meantime, Frazer Hines. Whoa, there, Frazer. Now, my next guest is forever.